Those that have been able to be rescued now have been. What more are officials telling us at this stage?
Just a few minutes ago, Julia, they actually revised the death toll down by 1. So that's also good news. One of the bodies that hasn't been identified yet was mistakenly counted twice. But you still have a few of the bodies that do need to be identified, which means that there are still some families right now who don't know for sure what happened to their loved ones. It's hard to describe how tragic of a day this is for Taiwan. 50 people dead in this train crash. That's 5 times how many have died in Taiwan during the entire COVID-19 pandemic. And in a single moment, you had this catastrophe as this 8-car train, which was driving through this beautiful area in Hualien County, heading into a tunnel. People are looking out their windows, seeing these dramatic mountains and cliffs, and then they describe just terror as the train started to go off the tracks, flip over, train cars ripped apart. It was so crowded in this train, nearly 500 people. Some were standing. It was very, very packed. So imagine if you're there, everybody with belongings, all of that being thrown around. I mean, the witnesses who were coming out, those who were able to walk out on their own, just described just utter terror. And there were people, dozens of people, who were actually trapped in some of the crumpled cars for a number of hours. They didn't get freed until late in the afternoon local time. Probably the saddest thing about this is that this has happened on a very important public holiday for the people of Taiwan and their families. It's called Tomb Sweeping Day. People get together as a family and they go out to the cemeteries and they pay their respects and clean off the gravestones of their loved ones. So some of the people on this train undoubtedly were on their way to do that. They had the day off. They were there with their kids and their parents going to visit their loved ones. And now you have a situation where there are dozens more people added to the names of those missing relatives on this holiday, Julia, of all days.
And our hearts are with those families that are currently in mourning or those that have been injured too. It's clearly early days, Will. What do we know about what might have caused this? Do we know anything?
There are reports in government-run central news agency and some video to back up as well that there may have been some type of construction equipment that slid down a hill and hit the moving train. This is one of the faster trains that the Taiwan rail system operates. It could have been going at speeds up to 80 miles an hour. So if you had a large construction vehicle hit the side of the car, investigators say that could very well be what caused this. And there are social media videos where people are talking about seeing the truck and seeing the truck hit a car. We know the driver of the train is one of the people who was killed here, along with people in the cars towards the front as it was entering into that tunnel, Julia. This could be the deadliest train disaster that Taiwan has seen in 70 years. According to their state media, in terms of the death toll, you just have to go back decades before you find anything close to this. There was a very bad crash back in 2018 as well. So the fact that you've now had 2 of these in such close proximity